Okay, this is Rani, and we're going to start with writing our first custom module. Okay, so you search online for Webmin module programming using this keyword, and you should go to module development right here. Don't use this one because it will redirect you to this one. Okay, so just directly go to module development. This is what we're going to apply. Okay, this is the main resource to start writing a module for Webmin. Now I'm going to brief this for you, summarize it, and show you in action what they're talking about. Some of the things I'm gonna use, I'm gonna just directly put you on the track. Okay, the additional stuff you can get them when you read it by yourself. Okay. So you say, why should I read it later? No, I'm going to show you how to like quickly put things. Okay, you don't want you to waste time. Okay, I'm wasting your time now. So first of all, I go to anywhere on my home, my own folders on Linux. Okay, you should be using Unix anyway. So or Linux, by the way. So I would be making a directory where I just contain or separate all my Webmin programming. Okay, so alone, aside from other documents, just for the sake of the tutorial. Okay, but has nothing to do with Webmin itself. Okay, so I made this directory. Okay, so it's already exists, I just don't care, but this is what I do. And then Webmin, I change to it. Okay, I press Ctrl L because I want to clear the screen. This is all mine. From this point on, okay, we will be starting doing something regarding Webmin. Okay, so I make a directory and let's call it my module. Okay, then I switch to my module, change directory, then I make a new file called module.info. Cool. Now this file should contain something like this. You click here on the number 3 of the contents directly, and then just copy these. Okay, now the second one is not really necessary. Okay, I'm going to explain them and tell you what are they. Okay, now so DSC is the description. So here, for example, instead of full web server, okay, I call it my Webmin module. Okay, OS support is just to specify which operating system this module is supposed to run on. I prefer that you delete this. Okay, and this is where it should go in the Webmin menu. So servers, I'm for example put it on the hardware. Okay, how would you know the category? Okay, now look with me. The category is mentioned in this line. Okay, and it says to you it has to be one of servers, system, net, or hardware, and it can be other. So here, here in your menus, anything besides the arrow is the category. Okay, so Webmin, system, servers, others, nets here, hardware, cluster. Okay, this is the category. Okay, so you copy any of these. Okay, try whichever works for you, and it should be categorized under one of those submenus. Okay, so and I save it. and your module will appear with the name my module, my Webmin module. Okay, inside, for example, if I took hardware, so it will be underneath this. So like what's, for example, here smart drive status, you should find my Webmin module. Okay, that's it. And you will find it later once we install our module. Okay, so now next is I should make it's preferred, it's not necessary, I should make my own file containing all my functions and the collection of my functions as a library. So it has to be the same name of your module folder. So I do this. Vi my module dash lib.pl. It has to be always like this. So if you here say my module, okay, here should be my module dash lib.pl. Okay, and then I go down here where the module programming, and then I copy this. Okay, these 3 lines, or those 3 lines, whatever. So I paste them. Okay, now what does this mean? For the inc array, okay, I'm adding the previous directory double dot. Okay, I think so, I'm not sure here, but I understand from the push, from my knowledge in PHP. By the way, you should be knowing HTML. I forgot to say this. You have to know HTML and some understanding of Perl, because it has to be in Perl. Now, if you know PHP, it would be very easy for you to get into Perl code. Okay, and and all I'm saying is that this string will be put into the array named inc. Now, here I'm saying that I'm using from the Webmin API the library called, or the class called, if you want to say, or the namespace called, whatever this is. You are using the set of functions categorized under the name of Webmin core. Okay, so you'll be asking for any function from the API Webmin core. Okay, now init config like initializes the module with some configuration. There are some configuration variables which are already, or settings which are already coming from Webmin core, but if you have your own, you should be using this way, which is I will be only making a new empty file. I won't be using this configuration. Okay, it's mentioned in the documentation, but because I don't want to use configurations now, I just want to print things on the screen for you, just a way to start things up. Okay, and fire it up. So all what you have to do is just make an empty file called config, and that's enough. Okay, so you say touch and config, and that's it. So if you list it, you will find config module.info, and this is your library. Okay, now the Webmin uses CGI files. Those CGI files contain Perl scripts. Okay, and to make or to access the default file, once you, for example, go to the path here on the Webmin, okay, so it will it will switch directly to that folder of your module, but it has to find the default file to run. So it has to be named index.cgi. That's why I will have to type this way, index.cgi. Okay, and just for the sake here, so I say insert hashtag something like, or the mesh / usr bin Perl. This is the script interpreter named Perl. This executable is located on /usr/bin. Now, next thing is I go here and I go down. So just for you quickly, I didn't mention this in the Arabic version of the series, but this function is what's used to read the configuration file. Okay. Now, all you need to do is do these lines, copy them. Okay. And change foobar lib to your my module. Okay. And then I'll change this okay, and you must write this UI line. Okay, this second line of code, UI print header, you must write it, or else your page on Webmin won't work. Okay, so I put anything, index title. This is the title. I think that's the title up here, like the module development, as you see, Webmin documentation, Firefox, Mozilla. Okay, or Mozilla Firefox. So I say here my module. Cool. More information about those functions, we'll see them in the coming lines, so or in the coming minutes. So I wanna from this print hello world. Okay, just that. So print. Let's make it bold. So I say b hello world. Okay, maybe let's put it as an h1. So just make it so big. Okay, and here an h1, and this. Now, if you list here, we're almost done. There's just one thing we have to do, is just make index.cgi executable. So chmod plus x index.cgi. Cool. Now we go back here to our normal folder, the Webmin folder. Okay, change backwards. Now what we should do is make a package for Webmin. Okay, and then later we can edit index.cgi the way we like. Okay, because this is where things will be executed. Okay. Now, if you made a mistake with module.info, just repackage your module and just upload it again. Okay. I will see how to upload the package into Webmin. So the module package. So this is what should be done, which is tar CZVF. Now my module dot. Now you should be expecting it to be tar.gzip. Okay, and module like this. Okay, but Webmin wants it like this. Okay, with a WBM extension, but it's still a tarball file. Okay, but it has to be like this. And now I go to Webmin, ccat module, my module /module.info, just to remember where did we want it to be installed. So it will be going to the hardware menu. So I go to Webmin here. Remember, you have to be logged in, and go to Webmin configuration and select Webmin modules. Okay. Then I go from uploaded file, then I go browse, then I select my module. It's already switching to my home directory slash webmin, okay? This is the path. Home directory, webmin, okay? Anyways, it's a switch where your module is, the module package is located. So I click this, I open, and then ignore dependencies. I don't care for what it does need, okay? And then I install. Now, we said it will be in where? In the hardware. Okay, so if I click the hardware, voila, my webmin module. Okay, that's my hello world. Cool. Now, we want to execute something, okay, because this is useless hello world. As an administrator, you need something. So, what we do is su and go as root. Cool. And then I go to this cd/usr share, okay, webmin, and then my module. Cool. And here is cat index.cgi. This is my work. It has been copied to here. Now, I just edit it and just say index.cgi, just for syntax highlighting on VI. This is just on VI. Use any other editor you like, Kate, Pico, Nano, whatever, okay? Emacs, there are heaps. So syntax, okay? So instead of typing hello world, okay, I want to type something else. So I want to print the output of the listing of the root folder. So I should use this. So output is equal to, or set as, you have to use the backtick. The backtick is where the tilde is on the below the escape button, okay? On my keyboard, it's below the escape button, okay? Look for backtick. You should do 2 of this, okay? Remember to put the semicolon, okay, as the end of line. And then between those 2 backticks, you put the command that you want to run. And then its output will go to the variable output. So ls -l slash, okay? And then print dollar output. Now this here contains what? /n. Now in HTML /n is meaningless, so it should be already replaced by br, okay? You have to do some code. So for easiness and quickness, I'll be using a text area later, but I want to show you this before I use the text area, okay? So here, and go to hardware, my webmin module. Okay, so this is the output of the ls command. Now, this is not readable. You know, ls -l comes like this. Something like this. Okay, now the way to make it look correctly in an easy way is to use a text area. So Webmin has in its own API here. Let's look for the API link here. We look for the Webmin API on the same page, and and because we're using the line in our library called Webmin core, okay, you can use other stuff, okay, other things like I used Webmin core. So because I use Webmin core, I can use those functions, the following functions. Okay, now I want to use the text area, okay, just to make a huge editing box. Okay, so I click on it just to see what this function takes and returns. Okay, so because it returns, I have to use the print function just to print the output of the text area. So it will be printed on the browser as text area with HTML over text area, HTML text area. Okay, and then it will be displayed as a normal text area. Okay, so I use this function. Now remember, anything between square brackets is optional. Okay, I want to use until the disabled. Okay, and here you put, as it says, the name for this HTML. Okay, any name, just put any string with anything. Okay, and then put a value, which is the dollar output here for us. Okay, or whatever you want to print inside that text area. Now the number of rows and lines, and number of columns and characters. Okay, so you put how many rows you want and to appear inside this text area, and how many columns or how many characters from left to right, if you want to say, that this text area can display at once. Okay, and if you want to wrap it, so it can be soft or hard or off, any of these three words. Okay, I will be using off because I don't want to wrap any lines. Okay, and I want to set to disabled just to make it not editable. Okay, to make it read only, that's it. Okay, that is. So I copy this, just this line. Okay, I don't want the tags, any additional attributes to HTML, you can put them in the tags. So vi index.cgi and print. Okay, and this. Now disabled 1, wrap off, and put it like this, off. Okay, and 100 by 100 rows by columns. Okay, I don't care how big is this. Okay, and values the dollar output, and the name, let's name it out. Cool. Now, ta-da! See here. See how this will change into this. Okay, now this is just because of the HTML stuff. It's not appearing, but to make it appearing, I just remove the disable, set as 0. Okay, and again. Okay, so this way I can get rid of doing something regarding the R or /n. So that's all. Thanks for watching. Please click the link, the ads and the likes, and type your comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.